Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Passion to Profession podcast. It is Dan here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Very excited to be joined by Lawrence Chin Albert. Lawrence, how are you, my friend?
I am doing great, Dan. I'm doing great.
Nice. You guys, I'm very jealous of Lawrence because I'm sitting here. Lawrence is sitting over there in Ohio. And just before we got started today, Lawrence's assistant very kindly brought him some lunch, and now a cup of tea is on the way. I need this in my life, Lawrence. Guys, to give you some context for those of you who do not know Lawrence lives in Ohio. He's the founder of FitSpirit. He's launched with Passion his 6-week program, has done incredibly well, made over $6,500 if I got that right. I'm very excited to dive into that. And he's now doing his second pancake. And I want to talk a lot today about, 2020, not the best year for most fit pros. So how you've navigated that. And I would love to dive in. So Lawrence, thanks so much for being here. Maybe you could start by giving us a little introduction.
Well, my name is Lawrence Chin Albert, and I did start FitSpirit Fitness. And, some of the things that we do is just try to help people meet them where they are. And we are what you call functional trainers. So each individual get a different program from us. And, we just kind of like work with people with their functionality and their capability and abilities. And, we just help people. Sometimes we say we do mood workouts where someone may come in and they may be down. So, and I may have a very boring workout plan for them, and then we will change it to something more exciting, like go hit the bag or run or, that type of stuff. So, I've been in this business for about 20 something years, and I've helped thousands of people. We're pretty successful business. And we took some hits, as everybody did. And now it's 2020, which is supposed to be clear vision. And I guess it's clear vision to so many different problems now, so we have to try to figure out how to work through and navigate, this new norms, as they would call it. Yeah.
Yeah. Lawrence, what I love is also last time we spoke, you showed me around your location, and like clearly the care and love and attention you give to your clients is awesome. Like the feedback you get is great. The relationship you have with them is great. Can you tell us a little bit about how this whole journey came about for you, why you decided to do it, how it's been so far, with Passion, and then where do you want to go from here?
Well, we've been talking about doing some online stuff and having an app done for a couple of years now. And because of the pandemic, it pushed us right into, oh my God, we got to do something to keep our clients. And we had hundreds and hundreds of clients before the pandemic. And then the pandemic came, and we went from servicing a couple hundred people a day to zero. So we was pushed into trying to get something done online. And then I saw you, and I listened to the webinar that you had, and I was like, okay, this is something that I want to do. And so that's why I joined up, to get a new perspective or some guidelines or some guidance to get this done. Yeah.
What advice can you give to someone who's just about to hit their first pancake? They just want to do their first launch and launch something online, especially if they're a fit pro right now, they haven't figured out how to navigate this whole thing. What advice would you give?
Well, one of the things I'll do, thank you so much. One of the things I'll do is I'll tell them to just go ahead and do it. Don't try to make it perfect, because that's my main problem. And you have helped me so much with that. By trying to make it perfect, it personifies procrastination, as you would say. So I call it the 3 Ps. Perfection personifies procrastination. And just go ahead and do it. Now, because it took me too long after I signed up on the program and I did the expert Unleash challenge, it just took me too long to launch. It took me months. But then when I launched it, it was like, oh my God, bam, 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 bam. People started coming in. And it wasn't perfect. It still wasn't perfect, but it happened. So I will tell someone who is thinking about doing it right now, look, it works. Get it done. And I have a lot of other things I will tell you about this program, throughout our talks, because you have helped me in ways that is not related to an app.
Wow. So for those watching live, and I see a bunch of you tuning in, Tiffany is here, Mary's here, Sunny, who else? Sue is here, Michael's here, and anyone else who's watching and hasn't commented yet, give us 3 Ps in the comments right now if you completely resonated with that idea that perfectionism personifies procrastination. Try and say that quickly. Give us 3 Ps in the comments if you resonate with that, because I definitely do. I feel that. What do you mean, Lawrence, by you said we've helped you in ways that are not to do with an app? What do you mean?
Well, one, but definitely identifying with the 3 Ps. And also you have helped me get a more systematic, structured way of doing my business. Yes, we had good success. But when I started speaking with you and started following the course and watching the videos and the training videos, I realized that my business wasn't running efficiently. It was running. I was making, we were making money. It was running, but I didn't know what we was doing. I couldn't, it's not easy to keep track of it. I couldn't call my assistant and said, hey, give me a percentage of all the people that dropped out in June, or, those that we didn't have that. We didn't have that system. Plus I was trying to do so many things myself. I had the bottleneck of no time, but after speaking with you, watching how you guys run your business, Passion.io, it showed me that, hey, I have to start delegating. I have to start giving other people tasks to complete so I could do what I do best, which is treat my clients, work with the patients that are coming in, that type of stuff I had to do. And it created more time for me to even build my skills. Now I could look at my business. I'll take, for example, yesterday, I brought in a business manager and a marketing manager to look at what I'm doing with you guys, because I'm trying to do Expert Unleash Challenge, Expert Freedom, Impact Accelerator, all by myself. And you give me tons and tons of informations and forms to fill out and, follow. And then I still have to run this business in a pandemic, and I can't do it by myself. So from watching how, you have Liam, you have Georgie, you got all these people working with you. So you have a team. And I keep watching that and seeing how your team works in synergy, And I decided, well, hey, maybe I need to build my team. Maybe I need to strengthen the team that I already have and tap into their talent pool, So, just before we came on and we went live, I was talking to Liam, and then I was talking to you, and then I was talking to you and Liam. That's a team. It's not like Dan is doing everything himself. Dan has a team, and each person have their duties, and they're executing their duties to make Dan's business flow. Then I should do the same. So it's not just about the app for me. You have changed the structure of my business, and it's more systematic. And we follow strategies, and that type of stuff. So
cool. Hey, that's awesome. Thanks for saying that. What I love is that you're looking not only at what we're teaching you, but also like you're looking at it from a higher level, like how are we doing what we're doing, right?
Right.
I think that's awesome. What would you say is like the biggest challenge if you, and maybe for those watching it, if they are also in a situation where they want to start delegating, what is the biggest challenge for you in terms of in terms of giving tasks to other people and you know, you said strengthening the team you have?
Letting go. Letting go of what I think I do well. I had to identify my gifts. You know, I have a special talent and I have a special skills and special qualifications to work with a certain group. But I am not a marketing expert, but I think I was. I'm not a business manager, but I think I was. You know, it's like a guy who could cook. You know, I don't know, people are familiar with that. You have a cook who loves cooking until he opens the business. And then he realizes he don't like cooking anymore because the business is not just ingredients and taste. You know, it has marketing, it has payroll, it has cleaning, it has supplies. You have to find people who can do what you can't do, or who can do it better than you can do it. So you have to remove yourself from blocking yourself. And that's the biggest challenge when delegating, because you feel like, well, maybe I should just go ahead and do it. You know, no, you have to let go and let them do what they're good at to continue to improve what you are good at. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. And I can fully resonate with that. And it's scary giving away, you know, accountability and things where you've built it up, it's your baby, and you're going to sort of hand it over to someone and entrust, you know, an important part of it with them. Super scary. I want to quickly touch on something that Leah has just said in the comments based on what you've said, which I think is absolutely perfect. It's, you have to live it to give it. And what you said, what you're talking about, like at the beginning, it took you some time to take action, and then you eventually decided to do it and you took action. And of course, what you're showing your clients is that they need to take action if they want to hit their goals, right?
Right.
And so by living it, by like taking action, going through that process, now delegating, you are overstepping your own challenges and your own shadow, if you like.
Yes.
You're living it, and therefore you're much more able to actually coach people as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, you and your team and Passion has convicted me, you know, and held me accountable. And when you are convicted, one of the things that you have to do when you are convicted is action. You have to take steps. You don't just get convicted and sit down and get depressed. You get convicted and you move forward. Okay, all right. Dan just said I'm sitting down too long on this particular part of my program. Okay, let me get it done. So that way I don't have to look at you in your face again and say, well, you know what, Dan, I didn't get it done. You know, so the conviction works. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yes, living it to share it. That's what we have to do. And I appreciate that comment from Leah. That's a beautiful comment. Yeah.
Awesome. I have a question in the chat from Sue, which is, what marketing strategy have you and your team employed? How have you generated this revenue so far?
Well, we did posting on Facebook, and I believe we did Instagram as well. And that's what brought the clients in. And then what brought more clients in was what you do, that weekly live broadcast sometimes, you know. So I do that every Thursday, and I just say hi to all my members on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that, and they get to chat with me the same way I'm chatting with you. And I think it's starting to bring people back. One of the things that was really, really pleasant and pleasing to us is that I had people from my country joining the chat and now working out with us live when we do our live workout during the week. So I was like, I would have never been able to do that if I did not follow some of the things. Well, not some, I'm trying to follow all of the instructions that you give us. So yes, we did post some ads on Facebook, and, you know, and that's how we got the people to come in.
Love it. What did you charge?
Well, let me see, what was our first? It was 200 and nope, no. It was $697. Right? We started at, and then we give some people 3 payments where they could do 3 payments in 3 weeks to cover the 6-week course. So it was $697. And then we had some people that just couldn't afford it. So we broke it down to $297. And then we gave them like 4 payments of $297, which was way more than $600, but that's what they could have afforded at the time. And then they stuck with it. So yeah. So it was $697, $297 was the price bracket.
Got it. You know, I believe so much in that when we invest in something that we actually take action on that thing. And
yes.
It sounds like that's what happened in your case, right? How were the results in the challenge?
It was great. We've been posting all the results. Just yesterday we posted pictures of the clients, you know, and their journey. People who have lost 19 inches, 20 pounds, 15 pounds, 25 pounds. And we've been showing their pictures, you know, from before, during, and after, during, you know, so, and people loving it. And we award them with like what I'm doing with you now, because like I'm patterning this business after you, really. So I talk to them online, and I let the other people in our Facebook group see that I am giving them their accolades and congratulating them on what they're doing. So it gives them a sense of well-being and accomplishment. And now they're referring their friends to us, you know, so those are the things that are happening.
Love that. Who else here, if you guys are watching live, who else here is doing something where you are celebrating people, holding them accountable, like making their progress public? Give us a Y if you're doing that, and give us an N if you are not. Very curious, because we've found that that's one of the things that get people the results. They can no longer hide in the shadows, right? Like exactly what you just said, like people get celebrated, and that's awesome. So while I wait for that in the chat, I have a completely different kind of question for you, Lawrence.
Okay.
One thing I love about our community, you know, the Passion Fighter community, is that there are so many women, you know, female entrepreneurs absolutely crushing it, right? I love that. And at the same time, I have no idea why. We don't specifically target women. And I'm curious on what your perspective is. And also for those of you in the chat, I'm curious on your perspective. Why do you think that is? Do you have any idea?
Wow. That's a good one. Why are the females dominating? Okay, so I think because the first set of people, the first audience that goes to what, especially in my industry, in the fitness industry, they kind of relate to a female, you know. So if you see a female trainer putting out an ad out there, and female trainers do attract females and males at the same time. Because I think I saw where one of our passionaires, I call them passionaires, but one of our passion members was a female, and she only advertised to women, but she actually got men to come in. Yeah, so I think it's because they identify themselves with the females easier than they would identify themselves with a male. I don't have that issue though with my business, because 99% of my business right now is females. So at one point in time, we had 480 women and only 22 guys. So, you know, so because what we do is kind of like, I mean, we understand people, we meet them where they are. And I don't believe in machoism. So we don't walk out there like, well, I'm the man and I'm going to do this. No, we walk out there like, I am your equal and this is what we're going to do. You teach me about you, and then I could help you, you know, and that's what we do.
I bet that's, you know, similar situation. I don't believe in machoism either, as you can probably tell. And I think that guys, we are just, we don't like asking for help. So when there's like an opportunity for someone to help us, we're like, no, we don't need help. We're
Right.
And yeah, women are like rather like seeking the resources they need to be successful. That's my guess, and that would align with what you've just said. So I think that's very interesting. And I'm curious in the chat, you guys, if you have an opinion on this as well. So Lawrence, I would love to ask if, like, you've been through this whole process now, you're working on your second pancake. What would be the number one takeaway or aha moment as you went through this that you will bring in, you know, further into the next things that you do, and that, of course, we can learn from as well?
My aha moment. Let me think. I think it's being bold and stepping out of that fear factor. You know, I had to be bold to go online and say, hey, this is what I'm offering, and put out a little video and all this type of stuff. So I had to be bold. I always was the type of person who could go in front of a crowd that I could see and be comfortable. But when you go in front of the world and you can't see them, it makes you uncomfortable. You know, so I think my aha moment was when, I hope I'm answering the right question here, but I think my aha moment was when I broke that fear of talking to someone that I don't even know, and I can't see them, and then having them call me because they saw me first. I think that was my aha moment, to get comfortable in that arena. And now I am. I feel very comfortable in it.
So awesome.
I hope that answered the question.
100%, 100%. Lawrence, thank you so much. I have really loved speaking to you. I can see in the chat that people have found this very inspiring. Sunny says, thanks for being bold, inspiring. Anna says, be bold, whoop. Yeah, everyone's loving it. Mary's loving it, Leah. So thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. If people want to stay in touch and follow you, where can they find you online?
FitSpirit, fitness.com, or just FitSpirit on Facebook. And it's FITSPIRIT. So it's FitSpirit, one word. And nice. You can follow us in that.
Awesome. And if you don't know how to spell it, check the vest there. There you go, FitSpirit.
Yeah.
You got it. Guys, Thank you so much for being here on another episode of Passion to Profession. Lawrence, thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Dan. Be blessed.
You too.
Bye.